Welcome. This is not just a video. This is a turning point. A turning point in your life. A turning point in how you think. A turning point in how you use your greatest gift, your mind. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough? Have you ever looked at your life and thought, why does it feel like I'm stuck while others are moving ahead? Maybe you tried to be better, tried to stay positive, tried to be focused, but no matter how hard you try, something always pulls you back. And the truth is, it's not your talent. It's not your body. It's not your money. It's not your environment. It's your mind. You were never taught how to use your mind. You were never taught that your mind is not just for remembering things or thinking thoughts. It is a tool, a weapon, a superpower. And when you don't know how to use it, it turns against you. But not anymore, because in this video, you're going to learn the exact truth. How your mind controls your reality, how to take back that control, and how to use your mind to build the life you deserve. This is going to be the most powerful, emotional, and transformational video you've ever watched. And not just that, it will also improve your English because every word is explained in simple, powerful English, so you can learn while transforming your life. This is not just for your success. This is for your fluency too. So don't skip. Watch until the end. Take notes. Feel every word. And if this video makes you feel something, if it teaches you something, subscribe to our channel and share it with someone you care about. Part 1. Your mind is a magnet. It attracts what you believe. Here's a truth schools never taught you. Your mind is a magnet. It doesn't attract what you want. It attracts what you believe. If you believe you're not good enough, you will unconsciously reject compliments, push away opportunities, sabotage good relationships, and prove your belief to be true, even if it's destroying you. If you believe people can't be trusted, you will start looking for signs of betrayal, feel defensive even when no one is attacking you, and soon your relationships will fall apart. Not because people are bad, but because your belief created that reality. This is the power of the mind, and most people are unknowingly using it to destroy themselves. Think about this. When a magnet is placed near metal, it pulls it closer. But if you flip the magnet, it repels. Same magnet, different direction, different result. Your mind is the same. What you believe becomes your attraction or your rejection. If you believe you are weak, you'll attract moments that prove it. If you believe you're powerful, you'll attract challenges that grow your power. Take two students with the same intelligence, preparing for the same exam. Student A wakes up every morning saying, I'm not smart. I always fail. Student B wakes up saying, I'm learning every day. I'm getting better. Student A gets nervous during the test. Their hands shake. They forget everything and they fail. Student B breathes calmly, remembers what they studied, and they pass. Same brain, same book, different belief, different outcome. It's not laziness. It's not bad luck. It's that one student repeated the wrong belief for so long, it became truth inside their head. Once your brain believes something, it becomes your reality, even if it's destroying you. So what's the solution? Replace the magnet. You cannot live a powerful life with a powerless belief. You must rewire your brain every morning. Just like brushing your teeth, you have to clean your beliefs. Every morning, write or speak 3 powerful beliefs. I am growing stronger every day. My mind is working for me now. I attract opportunities, peace, and strength. Say them with power, not like a whisper. Say them like you're telling the universe, I am ready now. You don't have to believe it at first. You just have to say it enough times until your brain starts to believe it. Because your brain doesn't care what's true, it cares what's repeated. And once a new belief is repeated, your magnet flips. Your world changes, your energy shifts, and you start to become the person you were always meant to be. Your mind is your magnet. Control the magnet, and you control your world. This is not motivation. This is mental science. This is the first step to becoming unstoppable. Part 2. Train your mind like a warrior, or it will train you to be a victim. You were not born weak. You were not born afraid. You were not born overthinking, insecure, overreacting, overplanning, doubting, comparing, or quitting. You were trained to be this way, by the world, by pain, by fear. by people who never knew how to train their own minds. Now it's time to take it back. It's time to train your mind like a warrior, because here's a brutal truth. If you don't train your mind every day, your mind will train you to be a slave. To your emotions, your past, your fears, your pain, your limits. But a warrior doesn't live like that. A warrior doesn't obey pain. A warrior trains pain. A warrior uses pain like a gym and builds power out of it. And you can too. Think of your mind like a muscle. If you don't train it, it becomes soft. It starts reacting to everything. Overthinking, worrying, quitting, getting angry over small things, doubting everything good. But when you train it every day, it becomes still. It becomes focused. It becomes dangerous in the best way. A trained mind doesn't react. It observes. A trained mind doesn't panic. It prepares. A trained mind doesn't run away from fear. It walks straight through it with calm breath. Look at the Navy SEALs, some of the toughest soldiers in the world. Their training is not about muscles. It's about mental strength. In one part of their training, they are dropped into cold water at night. No light, no comfort, just fear, noise, and time. They are told nothing. They don't know how long they will be there. They are given only one instruction: stay calm. Most people panic in 5 minutes. They start shaking, breathing fast, thinking too much, wanting to escape. But the warriors, the ones who pass, slow their breath and focus on one truth. My mind belongs to me, not to fear. They don't fight the fear. They train it. And that's exactly what you must learn to do in your life. With your thoughts, your stress, and your future. How to train your mind like a warrior. Step 1. Before a warrior ever fights, they visualize. You must learn to do the same. Every morning, close your eyes for 5 minutes. Picture yourself in a challenge, a real one, a situation that normally breaks you. Nervous before speaking, angry during an argument, feeling insecure in public, scared to try something new. Now, in that moment, visualize yourself calm, breathing, confident, not reacting, not breaking. Why does this work? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. When you practice strength in your mind, your brain remembers that pattern. Then, when a real moment comes, you don't panic, you perform. Step 2. Control your breathing, control your brain. Your breath is a remote control to your mind. When your breath is fast, your brain thinks you're in danger. It shuts down focus and starts a stress response. When your breath is slow, your brain calms down, focuses, and listens to you. Train this. When you feel anxious, angry, sad, or scared, don't speak, don't react, don't run. Just pause and take this breath. 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, 6 seconds out. Repeat for 2 minutes. Do this every day. This is not yoga. This is mental warfare. This is how warriors build mental armor. Step 3. Reject the first thought. Choose the second. A warrior doesn't believe every thought. The first thought is often fear, memory, pain, or emotion. For example, someone insults you. Your first thought is to get angry. But your trained mind says, wait, that thought is just a reaction. I don't have to follow it. Someone rejects you. Your first thought is, I'm not good enough. But your trained mind says, no, that's just a leftover belief, not the truth. This is training, rejecting the weak thought and choosing the strong one. You don't need to control all your thoughts. You just need to choose which one you feed. Step 4. Say your power statement. Every warrior has a mantra, a line they say again and again, especially when their mind starts to break. You need your own. Here are some examples. I am not my emotions. I am the observer. This pain is training me. I respond. I don't react. My mind is mine. I am in charge. Say it out loud every morning. Say it every time you feel emotional. Say it every time you feel like quitting, not for motivation, but for mental alignment. So your brain knows we don't obey weakness anymore. Imagine a wild horse, strong but untrained. It runs in every direction. It crashes into walls. It throws you off. That's your mind, untrained. But Once you train it, that wild horse becomes a weapon. It takes you anywhere you want to go, faster, stronger, focused, unstoppable. So train your mind, or your mind will destroy everything you're trying to build. You don't need to be a soldier to have a warrior's mind. You just need to do the work. Practice breath control. Choose powerful thoughts. Visualize strength. Say your mantra. Observe before you react. Do this daily and your mind will become your greatest weapon. A weapon that protects your peace, your power, your progress. Your mind is your superpower, but only when it's trained. Part 3. Stop feeding mental junk or you'll starve your power. You can't grow a strong body by eating junk food. You can't build muscles on sugar, chemicals, and soda. And you can't grow a strong mind by feeding it garbage every day. Let that sink in. Most people are trying to build confidence while feeding their mind insecurity. They're trying to stay calm while feeding their brain noise, drama, and fear. They're trying to feel peace while consuming things designed to trigger anxiety. They want to be mentally powerful, but they feed their mind mental junk every single day. And then they wonder why they feel tired, anxious, stuck, angry, or lost. It's not a mystery. It's a habit, and it's killing your mental power. Your mind becomes what you feed it. If you feed it junk, it becomes weak. If you feed it silence, strength, wisdom, and clarity, it becomes a fortress. But just like a body doesn't collapse overnight from fast food, your mind doesn't collapse overnight from mental junk. It breaks down slowly, quietly over time, through tiny invisible bites of negativity. Most people don't even realize what they're feeding it, because the poison is disguised as entertainment, scrolling, catching up, relaxing. But you're not relaxing. You're rewiring your brain to be distracted, addicted, reactive, and unfocused. Let's break it down clearly. Mental junk is scrolling endlessly through negative news, watching content that promotes fear, comparison, drama, violence, or toxicity, arguing with strangers online, comparing your life to someone's filter highlight reel, gossip, endless self-doubt loops, repeating stories of pain that are already over, listening to people who only talk about problems, never solutions, consuming fast content, short clips, dopamine hits, constant swipes. These may feel normal, but they are not harmless. They are shaping your brain. You become what you consume. And if you consume confusion, chaos, and noise, you will never build clarity, power, or peace. Compare two types of people. Person A, the goldfish brain, wakes up and instantly checks their phone. They scroll social media for 30 minutes, watch drama, reels, memes, get triggered by a comment, read negative news, and feel overwhelmed, anxious, and lost before breakfast. They ask, why do I feel so stressed? Person B, the monk mind, wakes up and sits in silence for 5 minutes. They write down one thing they're grateful for, read a page from a powerful book, do a quick stretch or breath work, and end the day with intention, not addiction. They feel calm, focused, and powerful. Same 24 hours. Different inputs, different emotions, different life. Here's what starts happening inside your brain when you feed it junk. Your attention span shrinks. Your anxiety increases. Your ability to think clearly weakens. Your confidence drops. Your ability to enjoy silence disappears. You start needing distraction just to feel normal. You feel tired even after resting. You begin to crave noise because silence feels too uncomfortable. This is how most people are living today. Not because they are weak, but because they are feeding their mind poison and calling it normal. You don't even need to go through trauma to feel broken. All you need is 3 hours a day of mental junk. It will break you slowly without you even noticing. How to stop feeding mental junk. A step-by-step mental cleanse. First, cut the first hour of consumption. The first hour of your day is your mental immune system. Protect it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stop starting your day with news, notifications, social media, messages, emails, or drama. Instead, feed your mind clarity, silence, gratitude, one powerful page from a book, or journal line like, "Today I choose peace." This is not a ritual. This is brain programming. What you feed your brain in the first hour decides how you feel the rest of the day. Second, limit fast content and increase deep content. Fast content, reels, shorts, memes, constant swiping, trains your brain to seek dopamine instead of depth. That's why reading a book feels hard. Why sitting still feels boring. Why focusing on one thing feels impossible. Your brain has been trained to snack, not to focus. Retrain it. Start consuming slow, powerful content daily. Read 5 pages of a powerful book. Watch one long-form video, like this one. Have one real conversation without checking your phone. Write one paragraph about your thoughts. You're not trying to be productive. You're trying to be present. That's power. Replace one junk input with one powerful input. Don't try to quit everything at once. Just make one switch. Replace gossip with a motivational podcast. Replace social scrolling with journaling. Replace morning news with 10 minutes of silence. Replace toxic conversations with uplifting books. Replace background music with an English podcast or a life story. Small shifts create big changes. It's not about adding more to your day. It's about feeding your mind like a future warrior, not like a confused zombie. Audit your circle. Who is feeding your mind? Sometimes it's not the phone, it's the people. Who do you talk to most? Do they feed your mind with wisdom, courage, and ideas? Or with complaints, fear, and gossip? Every conversation rewires your brain. So ask yourself daily, who do I listen to? What am I becoming after talking to them? Am I growing or just reacting? This isn't about being rude. It's about being intentional. Your mind is your responsibility, not theirs. You don't have a broken mind. You have an overloaded one, a distracted one, a misfed one. But the good news is you are the chef. You control the ingredients now. Feed it power and it will produce power. Feed it clarity and it will produce calm. Feed it discipline and it will produce strength. Your mind is your superpower, but only if you stop poisoning it. Part 4. Program your focus, or you'll lose it forever. You can have the strongest brain, the best ideas, the biggest dreams. But if you can't focus, you'll lose all of it. Here's the painful truth. Your focus is being stolen every day, every hour, every second. By your phone, by noise, by social media, by people, and worst of all, by your own untrained mind. The world you live in today doesn't just want your money, it wants your attention. Because whoever controls your focus controls your future. If you don't learn how to take it back, you will scroll through life without ever building anything real. Focus is not just concentration. It's not just working hard or trying to study. Focus is the ability to direct your thoughts where you want them to go. It's the ability to block out what doesn't matter, to stay present when everything else is screaming for your attention, to keep your energy on your goals, and to build deep mental strength over time. Focus is a weapon, but most people are too distracted to even hold it. You've been trained to multitask, to jump from screen to screen, to switch apps every 5 seconds, to check your phone 100 times a day, to avoid silence, to avoid boredom, to avoid thinking. This is no accident. You are being programmed to be distracted, to be emotionally weak, to need stimulation constantly, like an addict. And if you don't fight it, you'll spend your life building other people's empires while your own dreams collect dust. In Silicon Valley, there are billion-dollar companies that hire psychologists, neuroscientists, and behavior experts just to design apps that steal your attention. They study what colors make you click, what sounds make you open the app, what timing makes you scroll longer, and what notifications make you come back. They know how your brain works, and they're using it against you. Think about it. If you spend 4 hours a day scrolling random content, that's 1,460 hours a year, more than 60 full days of your life gone. And then you say you don't have time to build your dream. No, you do have time. You've just been robbed quietly. Here's what happens when you live without control over your attention. You forget why you started. You get tired without doing anything. You become emotionally reactive. You chase noise instead of purpose. You start things but never finish. You feel busy but make no progress. You feel guilty all the time. You begin to doubt yourself. You become mentally weak. This is not laziness. This is focus fatigue. You've trained your brain to constantly switch, and now you can't stay with anything long enough to grow. Your brain is like a browser, and most people have 50 tabs open all the time. thinking about a message, worry about something from 3 days ago, remembering a song, trying to reply to 4 people, checking Instagram, half reading an article, feeling guilty about being distracted. This is what ruins your clarity. To take back control, write it down. Close the tab. Create a mind-dumb notebook. Every time your mind gets distracted, write it down. This tells your brain, we won't forget it. You don't have to keep it open. Once written, refocus. This one habit will give you mental peace in a week. Your brain cannot focus for 3 hours straight, but it can go deep for short bursts. Train it with a 45 to 15 rhythm. 45 minutes of full focus on one thing, then 15 minutes of rest. During those 45 minutes, no phone, no tabs, no switching. Tell yourself, this is the most important thing in my life right now. Over time, you'll get more done in 2 hours than most people do in 10. Here's another brutal truth. If you multitask, you're not efficient, you're fractured. Multitasking is a lie. You're not doing 3 things. You're doing one thing badly, then switching again. And every switch comes with a cost. Mental energy, memory loss, focus damage. Train yourself. One task, one window. Close all other apps, tabs, and distractions. Do one thing with 100% energy. This trains your brain to go deep, and that's where greatness is built. Finally, protect your focus like it's sacred. Would you let strangers walk into your house 100 times a day, shouting, distracting, leaving trash? No. Then why do you let notifications do that to your brain? Every ping, buzz, and alert breaks your focus cycle. And it takes 23 minutes to return to deep focus after just one interruption. So turn off all non-essential notifications. Keep your phone in another room while working. Tell people, I'll respond later. I'm focusing now. Create sacred focus hours daily where no one interrupts you. This isn't about being rude. It's about being powerful. Train your boredom tolerance. If you can't sit in silence for 5 minutes, you're already a prisoner of distraction. The world has trained your brain to run from boredom, but boredom is the gateway to focus. Every day, sit still for 5 minutes. No phone, no music, no scrolling, just silence. Let your thoughts come, let them pass. This is mental strength training. The stronger your boredom muscle becomes, the deeper your focus will grow. Your life is built by your focus, and if you don't protect it, you'll lose everything meaningful. Your goals don't need more effort, they need more attention. Attention on the right actions, attention on your energy, attention on your thoughts, attention on your dreams. You don't need more hacks. You need more focus, because your mind is your superpower, but only when you take control of where it looks and what it ignores. Part 5. Use your mind to build a new identity, one thought at a time. Most people try to change their lives by changing their actions. They tell themselves, I'll start waking up early. I'll stop overthinking. I'll work harder. I'll stop being lazy. I'll try to stay motivated. But no matter how many times they try, they fall back into old habits, old thinking, old patterns, old emotions. Why? Because they're trying to change behavior without changing identity. And the truth is, your actions will always return to your identity. If you believe you're a procrastinator, you'll keep delaying. If you believe you're shy, you'll keep avoiding. If you believe you're broken, you'll keep breaking everything good. So don't just try to change your habits. Change the person who is doing them. Change the identity, and everything else will follow. Identity is not just your name, your age, your job, or your personality. Your identity is the story you tell yourself about who you are. That story controls everything. How you speak to yourself, what you think you deserve, what you avoid, what you expect, what you tolerate, what you never try, what you attract, what you become. If your story is small, your life will be small, even if your dreams are big. That's why so many people fail before they even start. Their mind is stuck in an old identity they never chose but still believe. You weren't born thinking you were weak. You weren't born thinking you were ugly, stupid, anxious, or worthless. You weren't born with overthinking. You weren't born with fear of judgment. You weren't born feeling less. Someone gave that identity to you. A teacher, a parent, A bully, a friend, a breakup, a failure. A moment of pain repeated in your mind until it became part of you. Here's the powerful truth. If someone else programmed that identity, you can reprogram it. You can uninstall it. You can replace it. You can build something new, brick by brick, thought by thought. Your mind is not a cage. It's a construction site, and you are the builder. Imagine a man standing inside a small invisible circle. He wants to move forward, to succeed, to explore. But every time he walks forward, he hits something. He doesn't see a wall, but it's there. He can't explain it. He just feels stuck. That invisible wall is his identity, his thoughts, his beliefs, his fears, his self-image. Unless he changes what he believes about himself, that wall will trap him forever. That's what happens to millions of people. They keep trying new things, but they're walking in circles inside the same old identity. The only way out is to break that identity and build a new one with their own hands. To do this, start by naming the old identity. Don't hide it. You can't change what you're afraid to admit. Write it down. Be brutally honest. I always ruin things. I'm not good at relationships. I'm lazy. I overthink everything. I always give up. I'm not confident enough. I can't focus. I don't deserve success. People don't respect me. These are not just beliefs. They are chains. Once you name them, you can break them. Then, ask yourself where this came from. Not is it true, because your brain will always say yes. Ask instead, whose voice is this? Is this mine or something I was told? This is how you separate yourself from the identity. You are not the voice. You are the one who hears it. Next, design a new identity, not just a new habit. Flip the script. If the old story was, I always quit when things get hard, the new identity becomes, I am the type of person who finishes what I start. If the old story was, I'm not confident, the new identity becomes, I am the type of person who speaks with calm power, even when I feel nervous. If the old story was, I get anxious in public, the new identity becomes, I am the type of person who feels calm and focused in a crowd. Don't just write affirmations, write evidence-based identity statements. Short, powerful, and personal. Say them every day before sleep, after waking up, again and again, until your brain believes them. Because identity is nothing more than repeated stories. So choose the stories that serve your future. Now take tiny actions to prove it. A new identity is not built through motivation. It's built through evidence. If you say, I respect my time, then prove it by saying no to one distraction today. If you say, I stay calm under pressure, then practice breathing deeply when you feel anxious. Every small action is a vote for your new identity. The more votes you give it, the stronger it becomes. You don't have to transform overnight. You just have to act like the new version of yourself for 10 minutes a day. That's how warriors are made. That's how confidence is built. That's how your mind becomes your power. You're not stuck. You're just living inside an identity that no longer fits who you want to be. You don't have to fix the old you. You don't have to keep healing, overthinking, or explaining. You just have to start building a new version with your thoughts, your language, your actions, and your focus. Identity isn't a personality. It's a program, and your mind is the operating system. So update it, rewrite it, rebuild it, because when your identity changes, your life follows, not slowly, not someday, but right now. Part 6, protect your power. Every single day, you've come a long way. You've learned how your mind is your magnet. You've trained your thoughts like a warrior. You stopped feeding it junk. You've taken control of your focus. You've started building a new identity, one belief at a time. But here's the final truth no one tells you. The world will still try to break you. Even after all this work, even after your growth, even after your victories, because the world doesn't stop. It still has distractions. It still has noise. It still has people who doubt you. It still has moments that shake your peace. And if you don't protect your power, you'll slowly lose everything you've built. Not all at once, but piece by piece, silently, until one day you look in the mirror and wonder, why do I feel like I'm back at zero? That's why this isn't a conclusion. It's a ritual, a daily commitment to make sure you never lose the strength you created inside your mind. Protect your mornings like sacred ground. Your morning is your foundation, and you cannot build a strong mind on a weak start. If you begin your day with noise, you give your power away before the day even begins. Guard the first hour of your morning as if your life depends on it, because it does. No social media, no messages, no comparing, no reacting. Instead, sit in silence. Speak one powerful sentence aloud. I control my mind, not the world. Write down one intention. Today I will respond with strength, not emotion. This isn't self-help. This is mental armor. A calm mind in the morning becomes an unstoppable force by night. When you get triggered, use the 3-sentence rule. You will feel low. You will feel small. You will feel emotional. That's human. But power isn't about never falling. It's about not staying down. The moment you feel overwhelmed, when someone hurts you, disrespects you, or life feels too heavy, remind yourself, this emotion is not who I am. It's just passing through. I control my reaction, not them. I've trained too hard to give away my peace for free. This simple reminder can save your progress, your transformation, your entire day. Power isn't built in comfort. It's built in the moments when you refuse to return to your old self. Do one identity anchor every day. Your new identity needs proof. One small action each day keeps it alive. An identity anchor is a habit that connects you to the stronger version of yourself. Reading a page of a powerful book, saying your mantra in the mirror, writing your goals in present tense, moving your body even when you're tired, saying no to a distraction, meditating for a few minutes, finishing something you start. These are not big things. They're anchors. And one anchor a day is enough to root you in your new identity. Without anchors, your growth floats away. With them, you become unshakable. Set a daily standard that you follow no matter what. Most people live by emotion. I'll do if I feel like it. I'll try if I'm not too tired. I'll work on my goals if I have time. That mindset destroys progress. Choose one small action you'll do every single day, regardless of how you feel. It could be writing for 10 minutes, stretching, speaking out loud in another language, planning your day before touching your phone, or refusing to complain. This isn't about results. It's about discipline, identity, and the power it keeps alive in you. Power doesn't come from doing easy things. It comes from doing the right thing, even when it's hard. Build a mental reset routine. You will slip. You will miss a day. You will break routine. You will have bad weeks. That's human. The mistake isn't falling. The mistake is staying down. Don't tell yourself, I failed. I'll start again someday. No, create a ritual to bring yourself back in 10 minutes. Sit in silence for a couple of minutes. Write down where you fell and why. Forgive yourself out loud. Speak your new identity again. Take one action that proves you're back. This is how you protect your progress. You don't let it disappear. You reclaim it. That's what makes you powerful. And every day with one question. Did I protect my mind today, or did I give it away? This simple reflection rewires your brain. It makes you aware. It makes you honest. And it makes you stronger night after night. Your power doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be protected. Every single day, your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever hold. Most people never realize this. They let it run wild, obey fear, and follow the noise. Then they spend their lives wondering, why do I feel like I'm never enough? But not you. Not anymore. You've seen the truth. You've done the work. You've built the foundation. Now you must protect it. Protect your mornings. Protect your beliefs. Protect your identity. Protect your power. Power is not loud. It's quiet. It's built in the daily choices no one sees. Protect it long enough, and you don't just feel different. You become unrecognizable. You become the version of yourself you always knew was hidden inside, but never knew how to find. Now you do. The world will try to pull you back, but you won't go, because now you know your mind is your superpower, and no one can take it from you unless you give it away. Listen closely. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to inspire you. I'm here to tell you what no one else will. You are wasting your power. Every day you scroll, every time you choose distraction, every time you break a promise to yourself. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, every time you lie to yourself and call it self-care, you're not just wasting time. You're destroying the unstoppable version of yourself. And you think it's okay. You think it doesn't matter. But it does. Because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to drag you out of your mental chaos. No one is going to knock on your door and say, it's your time now. It has always been your time. You just keep running from it. You will never get this moment again. You will never get this year again. And if you don't use your mind now, one day you'll wake up at 35, 40, 50 years old and ask, what did I do with my life? Don't you dare let that happen. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not worthless. You're just lazy with your mind. You've trained it to be comfortable instead of powerful, to react instead of respond, to quit instead of rise, to scroll instead of build. But here you are right now, at this exact moment, feeling something wake up inside you. Don't ignore it this time. You already know what needs to be done. So go do it, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Train your mind, protect it, or prepare to spend your life watching other people live the life you were meant to create. The choice is yours. But understand this, you don't get forever.